Okay, so here's the outside of the box. We've got the Corsair Gaming Strafe RGB mechanical keyboard. I went with the Cherry MX RGB brown switches. They're pretty cool. I had a hard time deciding between the browns and the reds, but I ended up going with the browns. So I guess we can check out the back of the box. You can see they've got all the color options. There's tons of colors with the RGB technology. I think it's like 2.8 million or something ridiculous for the number of colors you can make with this, which is really cool. But yeah, let's get to opening the box and see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so this is the wrist rest, which is kind of cool. It's going to be nice and comfy. It's not too padded, but it's kind of a hard plastic. Thought it might be more padded than that, but it's all right. In here we've got the optional, they've got extra height on them for the WSAD, and I'm pretty sure arrow keys, but it's not actually arrow keys. It is different for the WE. I don't know. Anyways, replacement keys for whatever games you prefer to play for the different gaming types. Of course, the manual, Strafe RGB, Corsair, pretty cool. And then, of course, the keyboard itself. This thing is sweet. Some of the things you can do with the lights on this keyboard is just awesome, and we'll get into that a little later. Alrighty, there it is. The cord is pretty heavy duty. Like, I don't think that's gonna wear too much at all, which is important, definitely. Now, this is different from the K70 in that it doesn't have that volume scroller there. It does have sort of a brightness button for the brightness of the RGB lights. So I guess that could be a con of the board. It is made out of like a hard plastic as opposed to an aluminum, which I believe the K70 has more of that on it. It's got a nice hard plastic finish on the sides, which is nice. And the keys are really fun to press. So let's get a closer look here at what the keyboard is capable of doing. Okay, so once you have your Corsair utility engine downloaded from the Corsair website, you open it up and you come to this profiles page here, and you can see that there are 3 tabs: the assignments, lighting, and performance, and your profiles here, and the different modes that you set under each profile. So we'll start by creating something, just showing you what the keyboard can do. It's got a bunch of presets built in, and you can do a lot of tinkering with the presets or creating your own effects, and you can even import and export profiles from the Corsair website that other people have made, and that's really cool too, because some of the things that people have been able to create with this keyboard are pretty amazing, and it definitely takes a lot of time if you want to make something as complex as what some of those are. So let's get into creating something, or at least showing you something. So as you see, we have default here. We can create a new one. We'll call it Strafe RGB. So we're in the lighting section. We'll just check out some of the presets to start out with so that you get an idea of what's built in to the software as it is. So the first one we're going to look at is the spiral rainbow. This one's pretty sweet. It's like exactly a spiral rainbow. It's pretty awesome. They also have, there's tons of these. You can go in and edit each of these. You can change it from clockwise to counterclockwise switches. You can change the speed of the spiral. And if we go through each of these, we'll go through this menu because it'll be easier to show you the different options. So this is more of a wave as it goes up, as it's called rainbow wave. You can change the speed with this one. You can change the direction. There's a lot of options with this one. The visor setting is, it'll take random colors, or you can have alternating colors between with just two colors that you choose. And it just sort of slides back and forth. You can also change the speed with that one. All of these are pretty self-explanatory. Rain, pretty self-explanatory, sorry. Rain, it rains down. You can change the colors to whatever you want. Let's make it green. And let's make this one white. So you can see it's changed on both the keyboard and on the feed here on the utility engine. You can see it's really well synced so that you can see exactly what you're doing while you're doing it, which is really cool. It makes it really easy to use. So let's go through some of the rest of these. This is color shift. It'll just randomly shift between different colors. Go fast to see how that effect is. And there's color pulse, which will just pulse between different colors. Again, you can alternate it between colors that you program, or you can just have it randomly go through all the different colors. Change the speed. Color wave is similar. It's just a wave that goes up, alternating the colors. And you can change the direction with this one, the speed, and also the colors. Then type lighting. This is one of my favorites. And you can see as you type, it follows your typing with different colors, and it's cool when you set it up with alternating. If we set it up to just short, alternating between blue and red here, and if I'm typing away, it's kind of cool. It sort of traces your steps throughout your typing. It's kind of cool. Another one, which is my very favorite of the entire presets, is the ripple effect. This one is sweet. If we set it up to do alternating, you can see it ripples out as if it was a wave, or not a wave, but like a droplet or something every time you hit the key. So it's pretty sweet. If you set it up on opposite sides, they almost interact with each other in the middle and wave out. It's really cool. It's a really cool setting. So let's edit this setting a little more because it is my favorite. So I want to just have it red. Actually, let's do red. Let's do white. Actually, I want it to ripple white, and then that will lead us into. That will lead us into actually assigning different keys. So to assign the different keys, you can even assign this logo up here. It's not lit up right now, but if we just highlight it, then we can pick whatever color we want this to be. So I'm going to make this red. I'm going to highlight all the keys right now. I'm going to also make them red. And then the W, A, S, and D keys I'm going to make white. And then the directional buttons I'm also going to make white. So that's kind of cool, especially for when you're gaming in like a first-person shooter or something like that. It's pretty cool because you've got the keys that you're most likely going to be using all lit up, and then it ripples out white every time you hit them, which is really cool. Oh, accidentally switched something there. That's probably my favorite setup right now. You could change this logo to white. We could change it to really anything. But I think white goes best with that theme. So let's go check out where we can import and export some of the presets for the keyboard. So you just open up your browser, then search Corsair RGB Strafe profiles. And then you can see this first link here, the RGB share Corsair Gaming on the Corsair website. You just click on that. And then here you can upload a profile that you have made, or you can also go and browse through some of the best profiles that have been made by other users who have uploaded them. So as you can see, there's some pretty cool ones here. This electricity strafe, that looks pretty sweet right there. There's some Fallout 4 ones, some Star Wars ones, block breaker. Look at that, that's really sweet. That's like something off the old BlackBerry phones. That's pretty awesome. All right, so considering the insane amount of options you have with this keyboard, we really only just scratched the surface. I mean, there's tons more that you can do with this keyboard. You just got to do a little bit of investigating, and you got to spend some time just sort of working through the utility engine here. At first it can be pretty confusing, but as you use it more and more, you get more used to it. I gotta say, I really like this keyboard. It's really cool. I like the switches that they have built in with the I went with the Cherry MX Brown switches. And overall, it's just a great keyboard. It's a really good mechanical keyboard. It feels really comfortable on your hands while you're using it. And then, of course, the biggest feature would be the insane amount of customization. Alright guys, so let me know what you think about the Corsair RGB Strafe keyboard and how it compares for you to the Corsair K95 or the Corsair K70 RGB keyboards. You can let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you like the keyboard and you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content coming soon. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, so this is the moment I've been waiting for. I've got everything on the table here for the build. We're going to start out with the Intel Core i7 4790K quad-core processor. We're going to be putting this into the Gigabyte Z97X Gaming 5 motherboard. We've got the Asus Strix GeForce GTX 980 GPU.